Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So today's video, another video on Piper Betel. This is the Khasia variety, Piper Betel, or Pan as it's commonly known in Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. This Piper Betel, this particular variety, there are many different varieties of Pan. The Khasia variety is grown by the Khasia tribe who live in the Sylhet area of Bangladesh, and there is a forest called Lauchara National Park, and there are Khasia people who live there and who farm this. So when I say farm it, that's they grow it to sell because people buy it. Buy the leaves are harvested and they are eaten, so they're grown for edible purposes. I grow them for ornamental value. I've been growing betel leaf since 2012 when I got my first variety, which is the Bangla Pan, and that's this variety here. It's a larger leaf variety. You can see the difference in size of leaf. And that's the first variety that I got. It's not this particular plant. The one that I got in 2012, I had that for 8 years and then unfortunately lost it after that. And so this is a replacement plant. Anyway, so back to the Khasia. The reason for today's video was I was wondering whether this late in the this sort of late in the season really to be repotting ornamental, especially tropical plants which have day length sensitive growing habits. So the betel leaf during the winter season here in the UK, from my experience, they very much slow down. They don't actively grow during the winter periods, and sometimes they'll actually drop most of their leaves, and then come spring they'll grow back again. So repotting at this time of year isn't a good idea in my experience. However, when I was doing a video recently of the Piper chaba, the chewy gel, which was related to the betel leaf, I thought I'll just do a quick inspection and see how my other betel leaves are getting on. And I came to this one and thought, oh, it's looking really well. It's putting out new leaves, looking very healthy. And then I just sort of lifted it up to have a look underneath. And there I was really sort of surprised to see all these roots coming out. And let's see if I can focus properly. And yeah, so I was surprised to see all these roots coming out of the bottom, because I'd only repotted it a couple of months ago. So it was in like a plastic cup, similar to what the chewy gel Piper chaba was in, and I did a repot of that the other day. So it's only been in this size pot for a couple of months, and already those roots are poking out the bottom. And yes, it's still actively growing. Now, I don't put this under the grow light, so it's clearly liking the position. It's on this windowsill all day. I don't move it from here. I don't give it any extra light, and it's not getting any extra heat because the radiator is situated to that side. There's no radiator underneath here. So it's obviously liking the orchid bark, so I'm pleased that that's worked, and I am pleased that it's actively got healthy roots going out the bottom. However, I was worried that it was sitting in water. So yesterday I nipped out to my local garden centre and I got some gravel. This gravel's a little bit on the big side. It's a bit chunky for my liking, but that's all they had at the garden centre because it's full of Christmas stuff at the moment. So I put this gravel in there, and I've been sort of like just keeping the gravel a little bit moist by giving it a squirt of water, squirt a little bit of water around the base, so that the roots that are coming out are not sitting in a pool of water. The pot's lifted up, and inside, you know, well, between the gravel there are gaps, obviously, and there are pockets, air pockets. So the roots have got access to air. They're not sitting solely in water, and then they're less likely to get root rot, because root rot is, you know, the betel leaf family are very susceptible to root rot. The roots are very delicate. They're not thick, fibrous, chunky roots. They're, you know, very delicate, sort of like very sort of thin, spaghetti-like roots. So a slight breakage and bacteria can get in there, and off you go with root rot, and that's what kills, you know, a lot of tropical plants. Root rot is the number one, I think, in my book, the enemy of, you know, a lot of these tropical plants. So that's why I was concerned. If I repot it now towards winter, I know that they do go dormant, although it seems to be pushing out new leaves at the moment. It'll probably stop around December, January. And if I put it in a bigger pot then, and the pot's not going to dry out quickly because the roots, you know, are sort of swamped in more potting medium, and they're not going to be actively growing. So that's the quandary I'm in. So this is why I put the gravel. I thought, well, maybe that will help see it through the winter, and hopefully in the spring I can repot it then. So that's the sort of like quandary I was in, really, whether to do a repot or not. Let me know if anyone else is growing betel leaf and have got similar problems and wondering what to do, and add your comments in the comments box below. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.